Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vicky Waco, and as a new YouTuber, I thought it might be fun to do a video about the 10 things that you don't know about me, which is, you don't know a lot about me because I'm really new. But welcome back to my channel. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube. You can always subscribe. I do videos really around having a productive and stress-free lifestyle. I'm a wife, a stepmom. I have 2 fur babies that are my pride and joy, and I also work full-time in a nonprofit. So I have a lot going on. I'm always really busy, and I love to make the most out of life with the least stress and make it as pretty as possible. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I'm a really great place to be, I guess. Yeah. So the first one is that I'm actually a first generation Italian American. My dad immigrated to the United States in his late teens, about 17, 18. It's a long story about why we don't know the exact age, but I am a first generation on that side of my family of my dad's kids. So the second thing, and this video was actually inspired by this because I posted a photo on my Instagram. One of my coworkers was like, I never knew that about you. And that is that I was a AmeriCorps member. So if you're not familiar with AmeriCorps is basically like the U.S. Stateside version of the Peace Corps. There's many different ways you can be involved in AmeriCorps. I was involved through something called AmeriCorps State and National, where I got to work in a local community, but I also was able to continue my education. The best part about being AmeriCorps, of course, is they provided me with a educational kind of trust that once I finished my service, my 2 years of service, I was able to put that towards my education. So I'm really proud of my time in AmeriCorps. And if you'd like a video talking more about that, just comment that down below because I'd love to do that. The next thing is I actually grew up really poor. And I always like to say that because I'm going to be starting to do some decorating videos. And I actually grew up on welfare, and I will do a larger video about that. But I'm really proud of everything I've been able to accomplish in my life. And the next thing is pageants. So actually one of my sashes back here, it's a little embarrassing. But it's not embarrassing. I'm very proud of the fact that I competed in pageants for many years. I've coached girls in pageants. I've worked producing pageants, choreographing pageants, writing scripts for pageants, picking music for pageants. I've done pretty much anything backstage, on stage there is to do with pageants, and I love it. It's a huge part of my life. And actually in the next month or 2, I'll be posting a video all about how I got into pageants. So if you're curious about that, hit the subscribe button because that will be coming soon. Next thing, this is pretty obvious, but you're probably like, what's that on her teeth? I have braces. I have adult braces. And that was something that it's been really interesting having braces as an adult. I had them as a child, did not wear my retainer, wear your retainer every night. And I also have some more extreme issues with my mouth that I need to have braces and do a couple other things. And that actually brings me to my next point, which is I've never broken a bone. Never. I've never had a broken bone. Knock on wood. I actually will be purposely breaking a bone, which if you're curious about my jaw surgery, I can do a video on that. But I've never broken a bone. Pretty cool. The next thing is actually that I am a horrible cook. I am horrible. Thank goodness I'm very blessed to be married to a man who's a fabulous cook. But yeah, I don't have that like creative gene you need for cooking where you're like add this and add this and add this and make something fabulous. I can follow a recipe very well, but to make up something, I'm not good. I just don't have that gene. The next thing is when I was young, I actually wanted to be an interior decorator, which will go back to the fact that I love decorating my house for the holidays still to this day. So that is kind of how I've lived out that childhood dream as an adult. But when I was a little kid, I always watched design shows. Like, this is pre-HGTV. So like Discovery Channel had design shows on it. And I loved them. I always was curious about it. And I kind of get to still do that as an adult, which is pretty fun. The next thing is I actually have 2 master's degrees, which I'm pretty proud of. So I hold a master's degree in public administration with a focus in nonprofit management. And I also hold a master's degree in something called pastoral studies, which is kind of like applied theology, which brings us to the last point, which is actually that I work for and am a practicing Catholic, hence the little St. Anthony statue back here. But it's not going to be a focal point on my channel, but it is part of my life, so it might come up now and again in videos. So that's kind of how I live out my life, is I actually work overseeing children's formation for a church. So pretty cool. And a bonus point, only because it is October and I'm freezing, is that I'm always cold. And I don't know what it is. I take supplements, I'm really, really healthy, but my fingers, my toes, and my nose, I'm like a cat. My nose is always cold. And my husband picks on me for it constantly, so that's just one of those. So if you see me going like this a lot, it's because I'm probably freezing, honestly. So those are 10 plus 1 to 11 things that you didn't know about me before. So like I said, in here I had a couple ideas for videos. Comment below if any of those interest you, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.